About women.
I'm all ears.
What was the first advice?
What was your first advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, you can attach a screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one.
A screw to sphere, but not a what?
Not a cube.
No, but not something to a cube.
What was your first advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, you can attach a
attach
screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one.
Oh fuck, it's a word problem!
Okay.
Suck at these.
What was
What
that
was the
second advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, as long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical body, there will never be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff.
Mauve muff.
As long as it always has to be attached, they'll never have
What
to
was
be
that
owned.
second advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, as long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical
Has to
body,
stay
there
attached?
will never
Cute.
be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff.
Never avial power inverter with a mauve muff?
Yep.
That's weird.
What was your third advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, a dorsal power inverter still has
Dorsal
more
power in-
spokes on the bevel than a binomial one.
What?
A binomial.
What was your third advice again?
What?
Didn't you listen? Well, a dorsal power
Dorsal
inverter
power
still has
inverter.
more spokes on the bevel than a binomial one.
Dorsal power inverter
Has more
has more spike.
dovels.
What was your third advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, a dorsal power
Oh, you're
inverter
right.
still
More
has more
spikes
spokes on the
on
bevel than a
the bevel.
binomial one.
Then a binomial one.
Then a binomial one.
What was your fourth advice again?
Didn't you listen? Well, 4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps.
Four spokes, screws,
equals screws.
two
Spokes equals
clamps.
clamps.
And that's all we have.
Okay, do the first one again.
Ah, forget
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Nice
Whatever,
square.
let's go back.
You sure?
Yeah.
I have to.
Be
Screw to a sphere, but not clamp to a cube.
With 4 spokes.
Which is a screw.
3 spokes.
Which doesn't have anything. And 2 spokes is a clamp.
Okay. And so, what did we learn about clamps versus screws?
Screws to a sphere, but not a clamp to a cube.
So clamps can't go to.
So that means the 4 one has to go to the sphere, the 2 one has to go to the triangle,
The 2 has to go to the triangle.
and then the 3 has to go to the cube.
Okay.
So a muff valve on a cubic
These are
body
muffs.
never has a mauve muff. Cubic body, never avial power inverter with a mauve mouth. So if you put one on a cubical body, there'll never be an avial power inverter with a mauve mouth. Dorsal power inverter has more spikes in the bevel than a binomial one.
Clamp bushing, screw on bushing, and a push on.
We don't have anything about bushings.
Not this one? A screw to a sphere.
4 spokes equals a screw. So put the screw on the sphere.
Put the screw on the sphere.
And then clamp is the furthest to the left. Put that in the triangle. And then put that one on that one.
Now we have a muff, 2 circle muffs, and a square muff.
What are they labeled? Emerald?
Well, note how this has a square one. This has a circle and this has a circle.
No, what are they labeled as? Go.
Emerald colored, cobalt, and
mauve. Mauve, muff, cubic, body.
will never be.
An avial power with a mauve muff. So
I feel like this is triangle.
put it on the triangle. I don't know.
Ha! I can build a power inverter in my sleep. Off into the inventory with it. I wonder if I can assemble a second one. Not bad, Rufus. You're a natural. I'll just assemble the third one real quick.
That
There.
one's pretty easy.
I bet the doc
We
couldn't
just
have done it
didn't
as
figure out
brilliantly as me.
The last one.